Here we are, Chestnut Street. Going for a walk. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to walk through stores. I don't know. There's a lot of stores in Center City, and you can cut through stores, and it's a way to, I don't know, take shortcuts. The first one I'm going to do is not a shortcut, and it's actually pretty stupid for me to do this right now at lunchtime with the goddamn scooter, but we're going to do it anyway. This is the Bruno Brothers, and it's a hoity-toity, or it's not fancy schmancy, not hoity-toity. Go. We'll see what we got. And but by the way, we're not going out that way, so haha. You got the halibut. Look at those cuts of steak, man. That looks. What's up? Hey man, how you doing? I want all of it. It all looks so good. They make Italian hoagies and sandwiches. They also have artisan cheeses. All types of cheeses. They have like experts that can give you samples, and they'll tell you what goes good with what. And they also sell beer, but unlike other places in Philadelphia, they don't sell Bud Ice for $1.25. It's mostly local breweries. Here we are. What's going on? Uh-oh. Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it. I used to work around here, and I would go to lunch, and I would have a half hour for lunch. And I tell you, that's one thing I don't miss about having a 9-to-5 job is the half-hour lunch, and you got to run around. You have to eat it. You got 10 minutes to walk to the spot. You got to eat it, and you got to walk back to the spot. You got to wait in line. This is a piano store. This store has been here. I used to work on Chestnut Street in the mid-'90s, and I used to work across the street at a bagel shop, and that piano store was there all the time. I know high-end pianos are sold there. So all across the city during the pandemic, they built all these little restaurants, and the city passed an ordinance or a law that you have to build a certain structure. They have to have electrical outlets at certain spots, and they have to be able to be taken down in like a moment's notice. Like you have to be able to take it apart. This one isn't, and that's just for the ones on the street. I don't know how this one's able to go because it's on the pavement. Yeah, you're not allowed that. I don't know how they. It doesn't matter. There's no law in Philadelphia. All right, we're gonna go into another store. I like this, going into stores. You stay here. You go up. This is Nordstrom's Rack. This is one of my favorite stores. I love this store. If you ever saw the movie Rocky 2, this is where Rocky buys his tiger jacket. Right in this window here is where he sees that. And he also buys Adrian a fancy watch. So this is like a, just like a, you know what a Nordstrom's rack is. This is not going well. No. Oh, shit. Now, last time I tried to go in here with the scooter, they told me no. So we'll see if they'll let me in with the scooter. I don't think they will. I said, I tried to go in this mall the other day with the scooter, and they're like, no. And I was like, well, you let people in with strollers, don't you? Because my scooter is no bigger than a stroller. What I'm going to do is try to carry it in. We'll see if that works. That's what we're doing. We're just trying to take a shortcut. Oh, excuse me. We'll see if this goes. Probably get shot down right here. You're welcome. All right. Oh, we're in Lake Flint. So this is the Liberty Place Mall. We're inside the building 1 Liberty Place, which is one of the biggest buildings in the city. I think it's like 60 stories tall. We're going inside the Bloomingdale outlet store. Yeah, Bloomingdale's and Nordstrom's rack, kind of the same thing. You can get some good shit on clearance here. You can, if you play it right, if you come here on the right holiday, you can get yourself a pair of jeans at Bloomingdale's or Nordstrom's rack. You can get yourself a pair of jeans for the same price you get a pair of jeans at Walmart. I am the king of discount shopping. So yeah, this is the Liberty Place Mall. And what this really is there's some stores, you got Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works, nothing too big, but what this mall is mostly known for is the food court and the bathroom. Who the hell goes to Subway? Who? We have a chain. We have a chain called Wawa, and Wawas are going across the country slowly. They're in Florida, Virginia, and they make hoagies or subs as these people call it. And yeah, I wouldn't. Subway sandwiches are horrible. And let's not talk about their old spokesperson and what he used to do. And sometimes at the bottom of this, in the center of this court, they'll have like, a really big Christmas tree. Sometimes in the summer they'll have sand sculptures built here. And if you go in here, this is a hotel called the Westin. And if you go inside the Westin, there's a restaurant called Winthorpe's and Valentine. And that's named after the characters from the movie Trading Places. Yeah, you can't get through there no more. But yeah, so it's called Winthorpe and Valentine. It's just a bar. The movie Trading Places, a lot of it was filmed in this area of the city. I made a video. You can look it up. It's the Trading Places filming locations. It was all over the city. South Street, Spring Garden Street, where the Community College of Philadelphia, there's so many places. Matter of fact, if I walk past one, I'll show you. A lot of clothing stores. This used to be a Express. And when I used to work down here, the Express is gone, huh? When I used to work down here, I was pretty heavy. I was the heaviest I ever was. I'm still a little chubby. But I was starting to get into fashion. Not that I'm into fashion, but I cared more about my appearance. And I started to care about what I wore a little bit. And I would go here, and there's another store right here, Unique. Let's go in that store. What the hell? Let's just keep going in stores. I like this. And Unique is like I'm thinking it's Japanese, and they just have like clothing like this. And the thing is, the highest they go up to was a 38. And guess what? Your boy was a 40. Look at the door now. Music. But we're going to speed this up. This reminds me of Back to the Future. It looks like you just jumped off a boat. Looks like the colors of this year are brown and there you go. I got it. Sure? Yeah, I got it, man. Thank you. I don't like anything this year. Yeah, these fuzzy jackets. A lot of people were starting to wear them in the middle of last winter. I think that looks like if you killed and skinned Oscar the Grouch. That's what is for an Oscar the Grouch fur coat. This used to be a Payless shoe store. Let's see, what other store? Oh, here's a Five Below. And Five Belows are the store where they sell discount stuff. Like you can buy $5 Philly shirts, like Philadelphia shirts, not Philly shirts. They sell discontinued toys. You could buy a pair of cheap headphones that will break in 24 hours. And this is the world's biggest Five Below. And we're going to go inside there real quick. I like this. This is a good time. Well, before I go into Five Below, let me show you this. This used to be a Modell's. Modell's were a sporting goods store. And they closed about 2 years ago. And I bet you right now they wish they were open. Once the teams they make a lot of money selling playoff t-shirts. So now that the Phillies are in the playoffs, they probably would make a killing. Also, they were a New York-based company, so the Mets and Yankees are in the playoffs. So much money. We're not going to go in here because the escalator is broken. Although we are in here. All right. Gotta talk so we don't get a copyright strike. There you go. Thank you. Uh-oh, there they are. Ruining lives, the parking authority. Right here is the world's worst Wendy's. I hate this Wendy's. Oh no, I hate this Wendy's. We're coming up to Philadelphia City Hall. Let's see, what do we do? Yeah, I guess we can do this right here. Uh-oh. Protect your ankles. Oh, let's see. It's like every Thursday they'll have somebody out here playing music during lunchtime. Not a bad spot. You're gonna eat. You're gonna have you're gonna come to Wawa. You're gonna get a hoagie. You come here. You sit there. You get a little live music. I remember during the pandemic there was no live music, and my first concert after the pandemic was over was my favorite musician, Flo Rod. It was really a fantastic concert. But I remember I was so needy of concerts, I would go to all the free live concerts they had in Center City just to get a little live music. I don't know what means more to me, music or sports. What do you like more, music or sports? Let me know in the comments. So this is Philadelphia City Hall. Going here, and you can learn there's a lot of history about Philadelphia on this wall. That's the original map of Philadelphia. It's 1683. There's Penn Treaty. That's William Penn having a treaty with the Native Americans in Fishtown. There's the waterworks at Center Square, and where we're standing now is actually Center Square. So in 1810, this is what City Hall looked like. And then here is the construction of City Hall. And if you look, that building being built across the street is the Masonic Lodge, which is still up there across the street. And you can still got stuff here, 4th of July celebration, Broad Street. This building, City Hall, is the biggest masonry building in the world, or maybe the biggest government masonry building. Oh, that's a good water fountain right there. Here's the mailbox. Yeah, so if you look, the whole building is brick everywhere. It's just big brick. And it's the biggest masonry building for the government in the world. And, I mean, look at the fences or the gates they have in here. This is okay. Oh, thank you. There we go. Outside City Hall. Going to go this way. This is fun. Going in stuff. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh boy, that was dangerous. Flat like a pancake. All right, so this is Macy's. And I've been in here a few times, but we're going to go inside again. Whenever I go in here, I like to mention the movie Mannequin was filmed here. Here we go. Going inside Macy's. Oh, look at this. Hello, friend. You ain't got no stores like this where you're, maybe New York, if you live in New York. But that's it. There we go. Look at this. That's the pipe organ. Oh, did we miss it? They have a big pipe organ here where they play music. It's right up. That's where the organ is, where they play the music. And I think they do that every 12:30. At 12:30 every day, they have a little concert. Noon. You want to come here at noon or 5:30? You can hear them play the pipe organ. And actually, this is the largest instrument in the world. It's the largest pipe organ in the world. This whole wall are the pipes from the pipe organ. This is the Eagle at the Wannamaker building. People would say, "Oh, meet me at the Eagle." I don't know. I never said that. So yeah, this is a pretty awesome spot. There's three little statues inside buildings that are pretty prominent. There's the Eagle, and then there was a pig in the Reading Terminal Market, and then there was like a wild boar inside the Giant supermarket, which used to be Strawbridge and Clothier. Oh, thanks. Thanks for that information. Well, maybe we'll see all three statues. What do you think of that? I don't know who I'm talking to. That's crazy that they... Well, you too, thank you. Hashtag piss. If you ever hear me say hashtag piss, that means I'm smelling piss. All right, so we're at 13th and Filbert. You got (7-Eleven), Maggiano's, the Marriott Hotel. We're going to go inside the Reading Terminal Market. That's one of the most popular, or one of the more popular tourist locations. If you're coming into Philadelphia and you got 3 hours, and that's it, you want to come to Philly, you want to see Independence Hall, Liberty Bell, they're about 5 blocks that way. And then you come here, you get yourself some Philly food, and you experience Philadelphia, my friend. That's all. And we're going to go inside the Reading Terminal, which is open daily, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Cheesesteaks, ice cream, Amish donuts, snapper soup, produce, cookies, alligator. You can get anything you want here at the Reading Terminal Market. I would come in here during the pandemic, and I would pretty much be like one of the only few people in here. Every time I come in here now, there is more and more people, which, things are, it's been a while, but Center City is still not 100% back to what it used to. I don't think the world's 100% back to what it used to be before the pandemic. This is where you get the snapper soup, if you want to get some snapper soup. The Peking duck's pretty good here, coffee. This is one of the oldest ice cream shops, Bassett's, 1861. Chicken and waffles. Right. I think that's new. I don't remember seeing that chicken and waffles before. Smoothies, Italian hoagies and cheesesteaks. This is a good spot to go, Carmen's. And actually, the line today isn't that bad. The best sandwich in America is also in this place. Very, very rare that you see this. This is a place that sells local Pennsylvania booze, like hard liquor. Now in Pennsylvania, you're not really allowed to sell hard liquor unless it's inside a state store, which is a liquor store run by the state of Pennsylvania. But once in a while, and that's one of the very few, you can buy hard liquor outside of a state store. That's one of the few stores you could do that. Now, the best sandwich in America is this way. I passed it. There we go. There is a TV show called Man vs. Food, and The host of that TV show was Adam Richman. He was like a Food Network guy. And he went all around America, all around these United States. And he had sandwiches from all types of spots. And if anybody would just take a fucking step so I could start walking. And he said that this place... Where the fuck am I? Right here. This place here, the Nick's Roast. Here we are! Right here. They have the best sandwich in America. It's a roast pork sandwich with sharp provolone and some greens and peppers. Let's go. Excuse me. I'm sorry. No, yeah, please. No. I insist.
Sorry.
No. I'm sorry. I'm a jerk off for pushing the scooter. Look at all the types of bacon they have: apple bacon, black forest bacon, sweet jalapeno bacon, smoked bacon, turkey bacon, garlic turkey bacon. Oh boy.
Okay,
we're stuck here forever. Oh man, it smells really good right here. This is the place they make the best. They make really good donuts here. A little bit. Go ahead, just take the step. There you go. No kidding. Why don't you just move a step that way? There you go. Just blocking the corner. There you go. No problem. Just take a fucking step. Keep walking. This guy doesn't know. There we are. Just keep on swimming, right? That's what Dory says. You stand around and you stare, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Excuse me. Get the fuck out of here. Uh-oh. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. My daddy taught me good. There was a car backing up into me. That's why I'm singing that. I just realized you guys have no idea why I'm singing. You know what? Let's go into the happiest place on earth. Let's go inside the Greyhound bus station. There's talks of the Sixers building a stadium in this area, and they're going to tear down this bus station. So many happy memories for so many people. There it is. Let's count the smiles here at the Greyhound bus station. Well, 0. The answer was 0. Whoa. All right, we're going to cut through Chinatown. I edit these scooter rides. I don't think I'm going to chop this one up. I think I'm going to leave it as is. Not that you guys even care, right? Either you watch it or you don't. You don't give a shit about the editing process. But I think this can give you an idea on how big the Center City area is. Man, I could ride this thing on a tightrope. What do you think of that? Yeah, I don't know why you're getting over. All right, so. Oh, what's this? Shoes. This is like the little back street of Chinatown. I think there's a Buddhist temple right here. Hashtag, I don't know. It smells bad though. Yeah, right here is a Buddhist temple. Oh, it's nice in there. Okay. I didn't realize there was somebody in there. Now I feel like a goofball. Now the Sixers are trying to build that stadium at the Greyhound bus station, but there's a thing called like the Chinatown Business Association. It's not exactly called that, but it's something like that. And they don't want anything. They don't want the stadium to be built in this area. And I don't understand why they wouldn't want more people shopping in this area. I think if I was a restaurant owner, of course I would want the stadium open here. It's a no-brainer. And from like 13th Street to 7th Street, Center City's a little sketchy. Yo! So where they want to build the stadium, it would be in the sketchy part, and I think that would actually make Center City a little safer. I think it would. I don't know why. I just think it would be good. Here we are. We're on Race and Hutchinson. Ninth and Race. I don't think we're going to be going inside anything else. Coming up here is a building called the Roundhouse. It used to be like, it's right over here. It used to be, I don't know, like police headquarters. And it's, I forget what year it was built. It's no longer the police headquarters. The Philadelphia police headquarters right now is actually the old Philadelphia Inquirer building. Okay, he moved. All right. Now down here, is this the spot? I think this was, down here, this was a big homeless encampment was built. Was it built? Was this it? No. Yeah, it's, oh. So anyway, the Philadelphia police were stationed in this building. It's called the Roundhouse. It was an urban legend that the building was shaped like handcuffs. I just saw an article. There's a local thing called Billy Penn. It's like a local online site where they talk about stories, and they do local news stories, but they also talk about interesting stories about the history of the city. So there was a rumor that this was shaped like handcuffs. Because if you look at it, it actually does look like it's built like handcuffs. You got the one round part here, and then you got the other round part there, and that part in the middle is supposed to look like handcuffs. But it's just the way the building was designed, apparently. We're coming up to Franklin Square. Franklin Square. It's the park in Old City, Philadelphia. That's where like the Liberty Bell, Independence Hall, all that shit's 2 blocks this way. But in the middle of this park is a fountain. And this fountain is the same type of, it is made by the same company who made the fountain in Las Vegas, the Bellagio. Everybody's getting ready for Halloween with the goofy cobwebs. I'm not a big fan of Halloween. I'm a huge fan of Christmas. So if you're just joining the channel, if you've just been subscribing if you just subscribed recently, listen. If you like Christmas, you ain't met nobody. You ain't met nobody who can speak English as bad as me. You ain't met nobody who likes Christmas as much as I do. And not the. I'm talking. I like the strictly commercial stuff. No manger. Oh shit, I'm dead. No manger. None of that. I like lights and snowmen, and oh, it's exciting. And Thanksgiving is November 25th. That's a little late in the year, but that's okay. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Car accident. Well, listen, wasn't that fun? We went inside stores. Where did I park? I parked down here. We went inside stores, and we got to see stuff we never really see. I carry Narcan with me. I'm down Kensington a lot, so I carry Narcan with me. I don't know what you're yelling at me for, bitch. Yeah, so I carry Narcan with me, so if you see me staring at like homeless people passed out, I'm just seeing if their chest is moving, if they're breathing. That way I can help them. I have Narcan. I can spray it up their nose and save them. This is Cowell Hill Street. If you go down this street about 4 or 5 blocks, Super Soakers, the Super Soaker Water Gun Pistol Society. Super Soakers there was like a little factory where they started making them, and that was like right in like the early 90s. I remember I would go to high school and we would go past the Super Soaker dumpster, and they would have all these, I guess they were like faulty bottles and and it was just full of Super Soakers. And I was like, oh, one day I'm going to go back here and dumpster dive. This is the Franklin Music Hall. Used to be called what the fuck was it called? The Electric Factory. Oh my God, I used to work here. How did I not know that? And the Electric Factory is a concert venue. It's now called the Franklin Music Hall. I will always call it the Electric Factory. The Electric Factory is a concert venue. It was really big in the 60s, or was it the 60s and 70s? Led Zeppelin, like all types of people played the Electric Factory, but it was in a different spot. It wasn't. And then they reopened this spot in the 90s. Let's see who they got. Anybody playing here I know. I always like to do this. AFI, I know them. Matter of fact, I saw AFI play here. They opened up for the Offspring. Soccer, no. I used to work in this booth. This is the Electric Factory parking lot. And for about a year and a half, I was in a really bad car accident, and I had some herniated discs. So I couldn't really do anything as a job. So I had to work in that parking lot, and I just sat in that booth from 7 to 5 every day. I couldn't. Oh, it was miserable. I would just sit there and watch Judge Judy. And not Judge Judy. I'll tell you what I would watch. I would watch not Steve. What the hell was his name? Steve Wilkos show. I watched Steve Wilkos, and then I would watch Maury Povich, and then I would watch Jerry Springer. And I have a whole theory about how if you watch negative TV, if you watch stuff with people screaming all day and yelling and fighting, it rubs off on you, and it puts you in a negative mindset. So I was in a really dark spot in those years where I was in that booth watching all that garbage TV and just stuck in my thought. It was horrible. Speaking of horrible, this is the Berlin Wall. Well, it's not. It's a chunk of the Berlin Wall. And this is right there is the German Historical Society. That's Philadelphia. A lot of people say, oh, it's America, you got to speak English. If you don't speak English, get the hell out of here, right? The Declaration of Independence, the first time it was read in Philadelphia, way back in 1776, right? John Nixon was the sheriff of Philadelphia. He goes outside of Independence Hall. It was the sheriff's job to read all the proclamations and stuff. So it was his job to read the Declaration of Independence. And the first time they read the Declaration of Independence in these United States, it wasn't read in English, it was read in German. So just keep that in mind when, the first time we read that shit wasn't even in English. What do you think? Because we're a nation of immigrants. That's how it works. It's a beautiful thing. It's a melting pot. That's why we have China. Well, listen, if you like this video, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up, and while you're at it, hit subscribe. Don't forget to check out my merch. My merch, it's fire. And if you want to help me out, there's a link below in every video to my Patreon. You get bonus videos, postcards, and I've never been here before. I don't know where I'm going. You get bonus videos, postcards, and what else did you get? Bonus videos, postcards, and the early previews. If you're not doing anything on Sunday, hit that join button. Join me for a cup of coffee. And if you can't make it on Sunday, you guys actually get access to the live streams after I take them down. So it's a magical thing. Patreon, I got merch. Check out my merch. My merch is fire. And if you're not doing, I did that. And if you watch it this far, by the way, this is a marathon, this one. If you watch this video this far, what I need you to do is first hit like and hit subscribe. And in the comments, I want you to say, yo, Cat, you went inside a lot of things. There you go. Well, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll sail with you later. Oh, yo, Cat, you went inside lots of things. All the way, Club. That's what I like, right? Look at this. Why is this here, right? Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll sail with you later. Doodles!